Today we are back with some more Minecraft Skyblock here on Cosmic Sky. The plan for today's video is to expand our farms so we can try and hit island level 15. I don't really think we'll hit the level in the video, but our goal is to get a ton of farms built so we can actually go ahead and try and aim for that. Because at island level 15 you get access to link chests, which are used for automation, and I really enjoy using those items to transfer items across my island to different locations. So in order to hit 15 we need island XP, which is easily obtained by farming, and as you can see I got the sweet berry layer fully finished since last video, which is really good. So I've been farming quite a bit and we need to expand upon this farm though, so we're gonna quickly farm all these sweet berries that I can farm. Also, I did get even more recipes that we are gonna need to unlock for island farming. I actually got every single one from Lost Wasteland, like the tier, not actually obtaining them myself. I purchased them off the auction house since it's best to buy them when they're cheaper, so I thought I'd do that. We are going to claim them in a second here, and I also did get the copper fuel recipe, which is really good, so we do have that now just so it's already obtained. So we got the torch flower, we got sugarcane and bamboo for all of our farming recipes, so we're going to go ahead and claim all these. And then we also have torch steak and copper fuel, which in the future I want to use the torch steak with a decent amount of raw beef we're getting here, so we'll be doing that in the future. So we're going to claim that and the copper fuel, so we have that going. And I have two of my alt accounts, as you can see, with Slayer Sam Pets level 2 at least, so they can actually kill the cows occasionally. They're running overnight, so then I can get passive island XP. So if you do /island, you can see my alts are gaining XP in about 24 hours just from cows alone. One of my alts makes around 500,000 EXP, roughly around there, so it gets a lot of the job done for our island XP. But I would like to do some manual farming, of course, because we're only farming lower tier crops. That is not really that great that we are doing that. So if we look at island farming, we need to go ahead and look at glowberries, and then we need to look at potatoes, pitcher pods, and carrots. Which carrots we aren't going to be able to place currently, but we are going to get the requirements for this by getting the 500 pitcher pods, since we can do that. So we need to get up to that point so we can get a ton of island XP, hooking up and getting going. So I need to grab out building blocks. We're going to start expanding upon the staircase here, even though I don't need it. As you can see, I have fly now. It's amazing. If you look at my skills, I maxed out the island ones, and then I also got one in PvE, so I'm working towards maxing this out as well, and then we'll be done with them. Actually, now that I have fly, I think I'm just gonna get rid of the staircase. There's literally no point. I only built it because I didn't have fly at the current point in time, so I guess we can just get rid of it, so then it's not using up extra space. But now we need to go ahead, grab out all the dirt that we have, and we're gonna set up a new layer for glowberries. So this one is a little iffy setting up glowberries, but it is pretty easy to set up. We are gonna buy some grass here so we actually get some grass spreading around. That'll probably be a good idea. The one thing I hate about building on the server is sometimes when you click too fast, it just deletes the blocks quite literally and makes you replace them. Like, you still keep the block, but it doesn't actually place it fully, so you have to place really slowly, which is just not it. But if it gets the job done, it gets the job done, I guess. I'll put grass down the straight up center, but for now we don't really need to do that. We just need to get the dirt outsides going here. But if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. I'd very much appreciate it. Slowly climbing to 32,000, which it would be awesome if we could hit that by the end of this year, because I am losing a lot of subscribers but also gaining a lot. But I'm still gaining more than I'm losing, supposedly, which is good. So I appreciate all the people subscribing. We're slowly getting there to 32,000. All right, we can go ahead and get the grass going, so we need to go ahead and start placing it down. Oh yeah, and also I didn't even mention this at the start of the video, but if you are going to purchase anything on the Cosmic Store, use my creator code. It's literally not Connor, my branding name, so make sure to use it if you do want to support me while getting your items on the server. All right, and we're done with the grass. There we go. So what we're going to do is go up about, I think, 1, 2, 3. So we need to fill this all in with just straight up dirt, because we're going to be putting carrots, or no, we're going to be putting pitcher pods here. Or no, it's potatoes. I can't think of which one's next in the order. But yeah, it's potatoes next. Because what happens is we put the glowberries right here, and then they grow down one, and then we just break on that layer. And then this is going to be tilled land with potatoes above it. That is at least what I want to do. So we're going to do that. Later in the video, we'll be setting up pitcher pods. For now, we're just going to be setting up to potatoes, because that is what I want to get going first, so we can get a decent bit of island XP brewing up, I guess you could say. Because I need to hit level 15 as soon as I can, so we can start doing automation on the island, because that would be very nice. I also mentioned last video, you can actually visit my island, /iswarp.connor, and you can view all my automation and stuff if you want to copy it, if you need things to replicate. I don't mind people coming over and copying. These videos are really to show my progress and also give an example of how to build things for automation at least. But if this kind of stuff does help, make sure to leave a like on these videos, because it does get the videos out in the YouTube algorithm, so I'd very much appreciate it. I've also been running the iron adventure with literally my chain set plus this axe that I have here. It's not even that great, but the sharpness difference is insanely good. Just using sharpness and smite 5 on iron compared to stone does so much more damage to the mobs in the iron adventure. But my gear seems to be holding up pretty well for the iron adventure. You can run chain with that kind of set that I have there, so you don't have to convert over instantly, which of course I am working towards. Eventually we will be converting over to an iron set. We'll still keep our chain set because it's good to do that. You never want to remove a set you currently have, because you need to go back eventually for upgrades on your Autobots, so it's just recommended not to throw that away. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start tilling the land and getting that going, and we also need to set up the water sources, so we need to grab slabs and some water buckets. I guess we'll go ahead and get all 8 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We got all 8. But we're gonna go here and we're gonna add the slab on the bottom, as you can see, and then we're gonna put one on the top and put the water in there, and then break this, of course, and there we go. We got water on that spot, so we go along 6, break this one, repeat the same process, put the water down inside there, and there we go. We got 2 of the 8 done. So now I just go along and copy it over to, I believe, here and here. So I'll do the slabs first. All right, we got the slabs down. Let's grab the water out. Boom and boom. It's so fun seeing the fuel just spew up all the way into the system here. I love watching that. It's just so satisfying. So now I need to go ahead and do it on this side as well. So we're gonna quickly go across 6 in each direction here. Okay, slabs are done, and now we need the ones up top here though. Then we put water in each of these, and then we are done. So now we just need to till the rest of the land. It definitely gets rid of around, I think, 8 glowberries for the layer below, but I honestly prefer everything to be compact and work perfectly in the design I want it to be. So a sacrifice for 8 different glowberries that could have been placed below is worth it for my OCD. Personally, I think it's just better to do it this way, even though it doesn't benefit me for the extra glowberries, of course. But we're done tilling, as you can see, so now we can start working on glowberry placing. So if we go in our chest here, we should have a decent bit of glowberries. We got 2.5 stacks, a little over that, and we'll start placing these. Also, in the change logs from previous change logs, at least, this map, they did slow down the grow rate of glowberries. I don't know how much they did, but they did slow them down, so they're not as good as they were before, but they should still be pretty good. Even if it's not like insanely overpowered like they were the previous maps, I'll still take it either way. We're definitely gonna have to buy a bit more of these, just depending on how much they are, so we'll take a look at that here in a moment. Just gotta place the rest of these. 1 million for a stack. Yeah, I'm not buying any of that at all. I'll maybe buy these ones just because I need a few more and I don't want to replace. So there we go. We got glowberries down. We'll eventually try and max it out. I highly doubt we will. We'll just have to wait and see, but we are going to go ahead and buy some sea lanterns. We're going to get a stack, and then we have to go ahead and put the sea lantern line above here. So let's go ahead, break those and go along here. I believe it's supposed to be 2 gap, right? Yep, a 2 gap. There we go. So now we just go along both sides above this, and now we'll have full lighting of this farm. And there we go. We got the lighting done. Perfect. And just in time for our wheat to be fully grown so we can harvest all this. Probably a good idea that we just harvest it really quickly while we're building some more things and placing crops. Now we grab out the potatoes, which we have a ton of these. More than the glowberries, which is good. So we can go ahead and start placing these down. Probably gonna have like a full chunk almost full of potatoes, which is good. So I'm not really complaining about that. I'll take what I can get. There we go. We are done a full chunk. Starting on the second chunk of potatoes. Close to being done the glowberries. What I'm gonna do is probably come back in a bit. I'm gonna run some adventures, maybe do a live stream, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give an update on what we're gonna do and probably get the pitcher pods done. So I'll give an update here in a moment. So it's been quite a bit since I last recorded the last clip, and as you can see, I'm wearing a new piece of armor for chest plate and leggings, and you're probably wondering why. I have some enchants that are gonna help me get more island XP and farm farm crops way quicker so they can regrow way quicker. So overall, it's really good that I have these pieces. Essentially, I'm trying to get some enchants on these sockets. I'm still missing a basic socket for the chest plate, but other than that, I have all of them. The immense power just gives you more crop damage break amount, so I can one-tap sweet berries now, as well as wheat, and I can almost one-tap the glowberries. And then lucky gives me a chance for enchants to proc more often, so ones that are proc based, so have a chance to activate. Essentially, if I use sweeping scythe, the green particles is sweeping scythe. It basically does more damage to the crop a little bit when it activates, so I can break it quicker. Depending on what type of crop it is, it'll do better in its actions. So honestly, if I use sweeping scythe on glowberries, it would be more effective than it would be on sweet berries or wheat, because it essentially one taps already, so it's only good if you don't one tap the crop. And then we're also trying to get some other enchants. I got Harvest Surge, which we need to get at least level 2, and then I got Growth Spurt 2. But yeah, I've been getting a ton of island XP from just farming over time, and we should have the requirements, I think, for pitcher pods now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we have pitcher pods. Oh, and we also have carrot requirements. We just need level 12. So we're gonna hit carrots probably in the next clip, of course, which is really, really good. But yeah, essentially having Lucky 9, even though it's not maxed out, it definitely is a good pull, because it gives me that chance of more activations from enchants. It's a really good thing you could even put on a PvE set, if I'm gonna be honest, but I personally don't, because I don't really care. They're already super powered, the enchants for that. Also, I've gotten more glowberries and potatoes and all sorts of things that we need for more progression when we build the next layers, which we do need to build the pitcher pod layer, and then we'll do the carrot layer after this for preparation for it, I think is the plan for when we get carrots unlocked, which is at level 12. There's two ways we could have went about getting the farming for this. We could have either chose pitcher pods, which was easier, or the potatoes, but we kind of got the potatoes done already. It was kind of easy, honestly. But yeah, whenever I'm farming, I'm gonna be wearing these pieces now and upgrading them over time, because there are some really good enchants for farming, and you ideally need about 7 different enchants, and one of them is all you need to make your farming experience a little bit better, like exotic compost. You get XP from harvesting a crop, a chance at least. You could also get Harvest Surge, which is really overpowered. I heard it's one of the best. And then we need excess for extra drops. And then the hoe itself, we can eventually get enchants on that, but I want to work on the armor, which we aren't even having any luck getting excess. I know there's an excess 4 on AH, but honestly, I need to pull it for a gem that is stone, so we can put it on the chain armor. So I guess we just need a lot of dirt is all we really need to get this going. We're just repeating this same layer 2 more times. I've been selling a lot of items, getting a lot of gems. I've been opening a ton to get more farming enchants, which reminds me we should probably look for some. Go ahead and see, is there anything good for gem prices? Okay, so there's good gems right here, 400k, and I do need to open a ton of gems, so we'll open those once we are done placing down this first layer, and then we'll do the next one. I've been buying a lot of gems and then reselling the ones that are decent, and then tinkering the ones for dust. It's a really good investment knowing how much gems have gone down the drain in pricing for at least stone. So that's been my game plan, to get more gems for armor sets and just anything in general that I may need. I do have a ton of XP at purchase, because once the diamond adventure unlocks, which is in 2 days from the time I'm recording this, I believe it's 2 days, but anyways, once it unlocks, the XP prices are going to go up again, because people are going to need a ton of XP. So buying it now when it's at 0.3 per XP, which is really good. You can get like 1 million for 300k money. So I did that, and I'll probably keep the XP, but you could probably sell it, if I'm gonna be honest, and just make more money back over time. It's like an investment. It's a really good idea. So I highly recommend it if this video comes out before the Diamond Adventure releases. Okay, we're done tilling, so now we need water. We'll get 8 buckets of water here, so we need to get 2 more, so there we go. Grab the slabs out, and we're gonna get going on this. So where is the spot that it needs to be? Or actually, now that I'm realizing, it doesn't even need a slab underneath, since there is the lighting, as you can see. So we're golden with that. We can just go ahead, put a slab here and the water, and then go ahead and repeat the pattern. That makes it a little bit better, I can't lie. Put this down and put the water in. There we go. So now we repeat this on the other 4. Okay, that's done. Now we need the lighting. Go into here, and we're gonna buy a stack and go up, and then we go along and put the lighting. So we can open up the gems here in a moment, but I do need the pitcher pods. So we got a little over 3 stacks. We can go ahead and start placing these. They're already starting to grow, which is really good. You love to see it. We're also gonna actually move move this up one, and we're gonna add more lighting. And the reason for that is pretty simple. If we don't have this up one, our head's gonna get stuck here, and it's just not gonna be ideal for farming. So this all needs to be put up one. Yeah, it's gonna need to be moved over in a weird way, so I gotta redo this a little bit, the lighting. But it's easy to fix this problem, so I'm not really complaining too much about it. It's better than having to retill a ton of dirt, potentially, so I'll take what I can get for easy fixes. So this should be enough lighting, if I'm not mistaken, since it's closer to the edge, and it's also closer to the center edges of where the plants can be, while also being up a little bit, so that should be good enough to actually let these all grow properly. But now let's go ahead and do the gem opening. Let's go ahead and do our first 9, and we got 2 gems. We got Overload 3, that's some good money. Marauder's Edge 3 is good money. The rest were not really that good at all, if I'm gonna be honest. Instantly look for dust, come on, and we got 1%, not bad, I'll take it. Next 9, let's go. And it looks like nothing was good, unfortunate. All those were a rip, but the dust is not bad if we do pull any, so I can't really complain about it. Last 8, here we go. Bandit Barrier 2 is not too shabby. Executioner 4, okay, we made a little bit of money. We'll check the Lucky 6, but I highly doubt it's worth anything. Okay, so I checked Lucky, it's literally worth nothing, so we're gonna tinker it. Executioner, on the other hand, is a really good pull, I can't lie. This is like really, really good. As you can see, we're gonna do 650k. I think that's a good idea. It makes us our money back just from that gem alone, and we still got more we can look into. Okay, so Overload 3 is not that great, if I'm gonna be honest. We could probably get like 250k. I'm gonna do 215 because I just want it to sell. Time to get some more dirt, and we're gonna finish the last layer. We're gonna grab our buckets out and prepare the water with us already. Okay, there we go. We got the buckets. We should be good now. And I think I said this previously in the video, but if you haven't left a like on the video, consider leaving a like. It does get the video out in the YouTube algorithm, so I'd very much appreciate it if you did so. So over top of this, we need to add a slab, so we're gonna go ahead and do that really quick for each one of these because we need to do that. It's because there's no sea lanterns above this layer, so we kind of have to. It is what it is, but it definitely will be fine. Okay, time to till land again. Let's do it. So we're done tilling. Let's go ahead and figure out the water locations. So we go from the corner, or no, we don't place it there because that causes a big problem, as you can see. And good thing it is only a few of these. I was gonna panic if this ruined the whole wheat farm. So I'm gonna be honest, I think the pitcher pods quite literally just disappeared, which honestly, that is my fault. So we're gonna try not to make that mistake again, but we are gonna reorganize this a little bit then. We got some pitcher pods here we can place down that we're just gonna pick up. So we'll grab 1, 2, 3, 4, put them along here, and we should be good. Turn our toggle off again, and we're back in business. Anyways, moving forward, we're gonna put the water down for the first spot, and then we go along 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, and right here, put the slab and the water, copy the same pattern. Okay, one more, and we should be done now. There we go. We just need the lighting though. Go up a little bit here on both of these, and then we'll have our carrot layer complete, except it's just missing the carrots, of course. There we go. We are done that, and now it's a matter of farming pitcher pods until we get to carrots, and of course getting island level 12, which we only need to farm a little bit of pitcher pods. And to be fair, yes, we do have the potatoes, but I want to do the pitcher pods as well. It feels weird not having all of them checked off, so we're gonna try and aim for that just for the fun of it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna come back once I actually have island level 12, and then we're ready to place the carrots, of course, and give an update from there. So I'm gonna be farming a lot off camera and getting a decent bit of island XP, and I'll give you guys an update here in a moment. So it's been a bit since I last recorded, and there is a decent bit we need to go ahead and catch up on, especially the armor now. If we take a look at the armor, I have Harvest Surge 3, Exotic Compost 5, and then we have this insanely overpowered farming chestplate, which is still missing 3 more max enchants, but it's got the main ones that I need. I did switch everything over to iron. I got different gems and sold the other ones, and got these to apply. It did take a lot of money, but it did work out in my favor, so it's really good. And I said we would have carrots prepared, and we are literally less than 4% away, as you can see on the scoreboard, from getting to island level 12. So with this set, we are going to go ahead and give it a run. So if I go ahead and start farming the wheat, a lot of good things pop up in the chat. We got Harvest Surge, Sweeping Scythe, and then the best thing I think personally for me is Exotic Compost. This thing is insane depending on the crop you are farming, and if you have a lot of them, you make a lot of XP. Exotic Compost compost is a really good enchant for your armor. Like, when I harvest, I believe, the pitcher pods, I get 125 instead of 12, which is just absurd. But there we go, we have another 1% done almost. So now we just need to farm the sweet berries, and then I think a layer above, and we should be good for our island level to be upgraded to 12. If not, we'll just farm the rest of the stuff, which isn't really too much of an issue. And I've also been selling a lot of items on AH on my alt accounts because I've been running out of slots to put things on there. So I've been just basically putting everything on my alts and then also on my main, so around 18 item slots instead of 10, which is better than nothing. Oh yeah, and I've also managed to get even more glowberries, potatoes, and all sorts of other things like pitcher pods, potatoes, all sorts of things. I've gotten those quite literally from running Adventure and then buying them with a ton of money, which we are going to buy some carrots if there are any on AH here in a moment for placing down our carrots, because we do have a ton of them, which is not going to be enough for a full chunk, and I want to fill these all out eventually to have 2 full chunks of each layer of crops. That is at least my plan, so it's going to take some time to get there. Here we go, island level 12, let's go. So now we have access to carrots, and most of this was done without really any automation besides the Slayer Sams and the coal and fuel nodes. So that's pretty interesting. I managed to do that without barely any automation. So before we place down the carrots, I just want to harvest all this really quick because it's best to get the XP as soon as I can here so it can all grow back all these crops while we're recording stuff. Probably just a good idea, so then I keep progressing further into the game, of course. So we have the whole pitcher pod layer, which is probably the most filled out of these 3 layers. But the pitcher pods, as you can see in the chat, are giving 125 every time it does proc the exotic compost, which is quite often. So just from this one layer, I'm gonna make like almost 5,000 XP, which is really good for opening gem purposes. It adds up over time, so I can't really complain about it. But obviously, farming is decent money, but it's mainly used for island XP towards getting your island up to like 15. Then you can start automating with link chests and everything. We'll see if I do automation in the future for just like collection chests and not having to use any link chests. We'll have to wait and see, of course. But yeah, we're definitely hitting 2% guaranteed. There's still a ton more pitcher pods here. All right, we should be done when I'm done those. There we go. So we're gonna look on AH. Let's check for carrots. Okay, so we got some good price carrots here. We're just gonna buy them off of Squire, and then the rest are a little bit more expensive, which I'll consider here in a moment. Let's just get some placed in first, which we have a total of 5, almost 6 stacks, I guess. There we go. We're placing in the carrots. This should get us a lot of money, which I'm not really complaining about. Carrots are a decent money source, as well as they give a good amount to island XP. So carrots right here, 15 per one. And if you have excess, the enchant, you sometimes get 5 instead of 1 when breaking a crop, which is really good. Like, honestly, I recommend it. But yeah, I think we're gonna get a full chunk here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we're definitely into the second chunk now, because we're literally 4 blocks in. So we have over a chunk of carrots already, which is really, really good for the island XP part of it all. It's not really the money I care about for most of these crops. It's mostly just when I farm, I'm gonna get so much island XP. That is the way I see it. So there we go. We got all the way up to carrots, and we also got a ton of other crops going. Eventually, I'm gonna fill all 4 of these crops in to the maximum if I can. That is at least the plan. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I appreciate all the support recently, and I will see you all in the next one.